Good morning, or depending when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always, told out of Voice of Radio. So today we need to take a look. I'll be honest with you, it's another Paradox Rift update. There are a few things you need to know. We got the last couple of products coming for Paradox Rift, which is lovely. We've been waiting for them, and that means we can have a good old look at Paradox Rift, and I, for one, I'm pretty happy about it, honestly, ladies and gentlemen. I'm pretty gosh darn happy about it. So let's start off having a little bit of a look at the Checklane blisters. These are often the last things to be revealed. We didn't have pictures of one of the Obsidian Flame ones for ages. But we have these, ladies and gentlemen. We have them already. And we know they're going to be featuring Hydreigon. And they are going to be featuring Tinkaton. Now, here's where it gets awkward. Because in the past, with these, I told you very, very clearly, they're rubbish, don't bother. And the reason was very simple. They're free reprinted cards at a reprinted evolution line, combined with a regular, ordinary, everyday run-of-the-mill pack, and that gives you what you have. And I was like, yeah, there's no point, don't worry about it. But then, with the Scarlet and Violet era coming in, they ended up with different foil. So although they didn't have different artwork or a different number or a promo symbol or a stamp or alternate art or anything like that, they were at least different foiling, so there was a reason to be picking them up. But I heard with Obsidian Flames that might not actually be the case anymore. So yeah, that's the reports I'm hearing from you lovely ladies and gentlemen, keeping me in the loop, that actually with Obsidian Flames, they've gone back to the old route, where they're just free reprinted cards and an ordinary everyday run-of-the-mill booster pack. And if they are just free reprinted cards and an ordinary everyday run-of-the-mill booster pack, they're probably not worth the money, unless of course you are keeping a sealed collection, or you are just desperate for the evolution line and don't want to buy singles. I think that's about the best we can do here. But we should at least have a quick look at what these cards are and what these cards do. So starting off then, we've got ourselves Hydreigon. Now this is one from Paldea Evolved. Remember, they tend to be from a set or two before. Here we're talking 2 sets back. And you've got the really nice ability Tri-Howl. Once during your turn, lets you look at the top 3 cards of your deck and attach any number of energy cards you find to your Pokemon in any way you like. This is a legitimately phenomenal ability. Like, this ability is great. Really, like, proper job over the top great. Every turn, attaching any energy you find from the top 3. Like, that is a phenomenal ability. And you'll notice it says energy cards. It does not say basic energy. So that means that you can go attaching a special energy here as well. Once again, this falls into that really annoying category of it's a stage 2. And I wish I could give you a better explanation. I wish I could give you a more in-depth look here. But the reality is, great ability, but it's a stage 2. The attack free energy 160 is garbage, but that's not the point. The ability is great. If you can get this rolling, if we end up playing more stage 2s in the future, this could be genuinely really, really good. Now, Tinkaton comes in here as your other one, and we've got the ability Gather Materials. Once during your turn, you may discard a card from your hand and draw 3 cards. And once again, we have, and these two are very similar in this way, a phenomenal ability on a stage 2. Now, to be fair, this is the same ability we saw on Swampert a little while ago, and this Swampert did actually see a bunch of play. Of course, it saw play in decks that were already playing a pile of stage 2s anyway, which did make it a lot easier to actually use it. But there is, once again, a lot of potential here. Although there is a difference, and the difference is the attack here is actually pretty good. 2 energy, 180 if you've got any special energy attached. It's not too bad on a single prize Pokemon. Certainly better than we see on Hydreigon. So these are coming, but my opinion is the same as it's been for a while at this stage. If these have the alternate foil, run. Grab them. They're cool and exclusive and we love them. If they don't have the exclusive foil, this is not something you should be going for. Now, there is something weird I spotted the other day looking at this Paradox Rift stuff, although I'm not the only one to spot it. Because you see, we were given official images, proper job official images, of a couple of the cards from Paradox Rift with a press release the other day. When the set was revealed, we actually got a press release. We do when sets are revealed. And along with that, we actually got ourselves some official scans of cards. And what's really weird is the scans we got of the artwork rares of Brute Bonnet and Iron Moth, yeah, they don't match what we saw in the trailer the other day. Because we saw these cards in the trailer and the set numbers don't match, which is weird because it means that one of them was using the incorrect number, which means they hadn't been finalized. And as a general rule, when we've got stuff like this where, you know, trailers are going out with, you know, cards that don't have final numbers or things along those lines, usually they're just left blank. So if we have a look at Iron Moth here, the press release Iron Moth is number 187 out of 182. But then we've got the one from the trailer, which is number 188 out of 182. And okay, that is a little bit different, I grant you. It's not very different, but it is still different. And I do find that very, very relevant. I would believe the press release here because it came later. No guarantee, of course. And essentially, one of them's working with an incomplete set, an incorrect set, so to speak. And we actually see the exact same thing going on with Brute Bonnet. The proper scan we got on the press release puts it at number 207 out of 182. But then when we saw it in the trailer, it was 186 out of 182. Now, this one I do think we can look at and go, yeah, no, it's blatantly going to be. And we actually do know this. We know the one from the press release is correct because when the set was revealed, we were told properly, officially, all above board, that there are going to be 34 artwork rares in the set. We also know from previous sets that Darkness is going to be near the end of the illustration rares because the illustration rares always come in set order. So there is absolutely no way that there are 34 illustration rares. Brute Bonnet is near the end and it's the fourth illustration rare at number 186. That's just not possible. That's not happening. So don't believe that, ladies and gentlemen. Don't believe it at all. Although Iron Moth being one of the earlier ones as a fire type, that does make perfect sense. So from this, we know that Brute Bonnet is correct, the scan we've got from the press release, and that means that Iron Moth is going to be as well. I noticed this, I know some of you did, but I'm assuming not all of you did, so I just thought that was a cool little thing to point out. But also, if you had noticed it, believe the ones from the press release. Brute Bonnet is no way is right on the trailer. And essentially what would have happened was the trailer was made a while ago with incomplete information, the set list not quite final, and then the press release is much, much more recent. I don't know, it was only a couple of days after, but that trailer would have been done ages ago. And they basically updated it with better information. And the last thing we need to talk about today is these Pokémon Center exclusive Elite Trainer boxes. Remember, there are two in the set. One featuring Roaring Moon with a promo of Screamtail. Although the listing on the Pokémon Center has been updated. It now just reads a full art foil promo card featuring an ancient Pokemon, but the original listing literally told us it was Screamtail. There's no way they've changed it. At least I'd be stunned if they did. And then we've got the one featuring Iron Valiant. And again, this one features a foil art promo card featuring a future Pokemon. But again, we already know that it's going to be Iron Bundle because it was in the original listing. And what I want to point out here is really simple. These are both still in stock on the Pokemon Center website. While I was at the World Championships, Obsidian Flames released. And I saw multiple people stressing because they were unable to get the Pokemon Center exclusive Elite Trainer box because it's sold out. And they were worried that they'd missed out. Not sure stressing is the right word, but you know what I mean. Don't be that person. They are in stock now. They are available for pre-order. I mean, they're not in stock, but they're available for pre-order now. Go and pre-order them. If you want these, go and pre-order them sooner rather than later, because when we get to the set actually releasing at the beginning of November, these are going to be much, much harder to find. Maybe on release day when the site gets restocked, but certainly it's going to be a pain trying to find these just after release. Don't do that, ladies and gentlemen. Go and pre-order them now. They're up for pre-order. I like sometimes, when it comes to Pokemon, to give little bits of advice. And my advice very simply is, if you want the Pokemon Center exclusive Elite Trainer box, you need to be pre-ordering it now. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. That's what you need to know. And now it's over to you guys. Tell me what you think about this. Go nuts in the comment section, but be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at @TheWasi. That's where we talk about Pokemon and card games and Pokemon card games, all kinds of fun things. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all kinds of fun things. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.